All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Hey, I got a very interesting question came to me. I just thought I'd go ahead and tackle it because the theology of it's all messed up. And of course, I understand if you have been reared believing certain Christian doctrines, your theology and a lot of things is going to be off. But the question here is this. Is Pastor Dowell, does God hate divorce? Does God hate divorce? Let me go ahead and answer this. Number one, God does not hate divorce. As a matter of fact, God is a divorcee himself when he had divorced Israel, and that's the 10 northern tribes. If you go over into the instructions, that's commonly called the Torah, you call it the law. If you go over there in the Deuteronomy 24th chapter and read the first 4 verses, you'll see that Yah regulated divorce. And the reason why he regulated divorce was because it was a protection for the women. It was a protection for the wives who had been divorced, because they had a total different culture back then than we do today. And there still should be protections. But that's the reason why he regulated, because and if he did not put a law out here through his custodian Moshe, then you'll have a lot of families as well as women run around here as what we would call whores, and there would be a bunch of homes that will be houses of ill repute, and there will be a bunch of refugee children. So now think about this. You know, you'll hear people ignorantly over and over and over and over and over again that will say that God hates divorce. However, if you read your Bible, you'll never find that anywhere. There's just another one of those sayings that's commonly believed that people believe they have it right. But if you go over to Malachi, and let's just go straight to the point, okay? The 2nd chapter, the 16th verse, you're going to find out that God does not hate divorce. What he hates is the putting away. And there's a difference between someone being divorced and someone being put away. You see, when you're put away without a divorce decree, meaning a piece of paper in your hand, thereby leaving you tied to that man. And as long as you're tied to that man, Christ addressed this great and extensively too, in that way, because a man chooses to deal with you treacherously. And of course, he's already charged by the word to not deal with you treacherously. He's charged to make sure he's not dealing with you deceitfully. He's to make sure that he's not being faithless towards you. He's not to act treacherous towards you as a woman. And he's not to be offended at you. Because sometimes, you know, you have men too many times, more often than not, they get bitter and they want to make a woman feel the pain, and they want to try to, you know, if they're religious and tender in nature, nobody wants to do, if they have the fear of God, nobody wants to do anything that is against him. So what you have is you have these men that say, I'm not going to give a divorce. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, they'll just put them away or something like that. And then they'll try to make their life miserable. So that is what Yah hates. Remember, there's a difference between divorce and putting away. And God does not hate divorce. As a matter of fact, let's finish this video by reading Malachi 2:16 from the King James Version. For the Lord thy God of Israel saith that he hateth putting away, for one covered violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore, take heed to your spirit that ye deal not treacherously. So there's all types of warnings in there that is put in there. But if you're going to comprehend and understand Hebraic thought, Hebraic perspective, and where you can't come from a westernized Christian mindset and expect you're going to understand a Hebraic book just because it's translated from a Western perspective and written in English. There's a culture, there's a heritage, and there are people. And they really truly comprehend and understand this. So for all of you out there who's been condemned because you've been divorced and then you've been remarried and you've been divorced or you've been remarried or something like that, and if you've done things the lawful way, the right way according to the scriptures, then you should not deal with any condemnation whatsoever at all. The reason why people deal with condemnation is because of false teaching, false religions, and false everything. But anyway, I hope I said something to stimulate thought. Hope I brought a little peace to your heart and your mind. I bid you all shalom. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. The King coming.